Mswatu inkosi ithula akayithathe akahambe nayo akayithathe yedenza bakhe
The time is 2 p.m. and you're watching the weekly broadcast of Market View ERS Text Talk right here on Eswatini TV. I am Nautilus Tole, glad to have you on the program. Registration with the Eswatini Revenue Service may feel like a once-off process when in fact keeping your taxpayer information accurate and up to date is an ongoing responsibility. Your phone number, your email address, physical and postal address, among other details, all form part of the information the Eswatini Revenue Service uses to communicate with you and deliver tax-related updates timely so. And with more services now available digitally, clients no longer have to rely solely on visiting area service centers to make these changes. Through TaxEase, authorized users can maintain their profiles from their personal devices. To better understand the importance of online profile maintenance and how it works, today we'll be joined by Nduduzo Dlamini, Manager Marketing and Communication, and Nkosi Matlalela, Manager for Taxpayer Education and Information here on the program. But first, let's fill you in with some of the latest in business. In our business news, African Alliance will invest over 5 billion in different development projects in the next 3 years around Eswatini. This has been shared by the partner and director, Stephen Gininza, adding that already over 1 billion has been invested at the Malkin Square. He was speaking during a press briefing held at the Malkin Square Clubhouse, where he shared details of the various projects currently being undertaken by African Alliance. The projects include Malkin's Parkview, Manzini-Ash Development and Tlangano Town Development.
Development list now, they probably, and I'll give you the numbers, and also quantum in terms of the money we're spending. Malkans, we are slightly already, and Nastala we thought we'll do about 750 million in Malangen. We're slightly over 1 billion here, okay? Slightly over 1 billion in Malangen, okay? And then the projects that are ongoing elsewhere, and I think within the next 3 years, we should probably touch about 5 billion in Malangen. So that's a lot. Now, if you then do your ratio of your quantum to the people that are going to be employed, but you know, the numbers, I'm talking from engineers, I'm talking from, remember, a typical family has 4, 5, 6, 7 people. When you employ an engineer, actually you've employed what you call disguised unemployment or employment. You've employed another 5, 6. So we think we are in the next year or so, at least 2,000 employees. And mind you, I'm not talking about the development that's coming as Abeni. Siyafuna ukuthi le makhaya labantu singaqashi lamadrobheni kuphela.
Mario Fernandez, Chief Executive Officer of Pick n Pay, says the new shop will open on the 3rd of next month after having moved to a new site.
We'll be opening the store next week, Thursday, on the 3rd of September at 10 o'clock. This will invite all our new customers to come and experience a new shopping experience. The new store got a lot of new elements, and it's always good to design a store that is world-class, that we move ahead with the times. Is that we got a sushi concept in the store, we got a bigger fresh departments, we got a salad bar, we got something called a snake queue, where, you know, South Africa, you don't stand in queues anymore, you come into aisles and you move down to your tills. We got a Sage Express coffee shop within the store, and obviously we've got a wide offering on imported goods, because we do feel that customer wants a better offering. But our main drive within Pick n Pay is all about fresh.
African Alliance's project manager shares details of the new developments at Malkens Square.
We then have our phase 2 of the residential development. We're adding another 150 residential apartments. which is set for our lease to own offering, which is we're very excited to be offering as an entity and as a group. Pretty much we want to take advantage of the Sectional Title Act.
Partner and Director of African Alliance, Tofeni Gininza, shares that a new futuristic mall is coming to Nhlangano, which is expected to bring new shopping experience to the town and contribute to its economic growth and development. Reporting, Nelson Ndlangamandla, Fuminkosi Nzinisa, Malkens.
During the same press briefing, African Alliance Partner Director Stephen Gininza said the company's investment strategy in Eswatini extends beyond the local market. He explained that they also consider external markets when making investment decisions, a strategy he says forms part of the company's approach to driving growth and maximizing the impact of its investments in the kingdom.
Eswatini is 1.4 million people. I know people are still obviously written down as 1.2. I think the official numbers that we seem to, when we do our derivatives, I think it's about 1.4 million people. It's a common saying that people always say that Eswatini is small. You don't measure things like that. You measure things by the continent, by the global, sphere that we live in. Because if you ask Lion who lives in here, in Malken Square, it's not only Swazi that Maswati la Pilala. It is across the nations. So that tells you that your demand function is not only skewed towards Maswat. It's everyone. That is why, as a business, and I'm saying this in a very humble manner, when we try to build business, we build business in a global space. Because when you come from London, from Nottingham or wherever you come from, or Birmingham, we want you, when you come here, you should not feel the difference that actually, I'm now in Eswatini. If we're to build businesses based on demand, we'll have no business. So your basic economics tells you, 101, economics 101, is that, you need to have demand to then create supply, right? And then you've got equilibrium and all those funny equations. What we've learned, you can create something that's not there. And then people will come and hunt and get it.
And you're up to date with some of the latest in business. We'll speak to the Eswatini Revenue Service after this.
Attention retailers, importers, clearing agents and customs brokers. All television sets and decoders entering the Kingdom of Eswatini now require mandatory ESTVA authorization before customs clearance. No clearance without valid ESTVA import permit. Don't risk delays at the border. Submit your application 24 to 48 hours before your shipment arrives. We process complete applications in just 1 to 2 working days. Our QR-coded permits make the verification quick and easy. Always double-check your HS codes and quantities for smooth compliance. The process is simple. Step 1. Submit your completed application form. Annex A with product line items for TVs, decoders, and commercial invoice. Step 2. Eswatini TV reviews and approves. Step 3. Make payment and complete verification. Step 4. Receive your permit. Step 5. Clear customs smoothly at the border. Make sure you have all your required documents, a completed application form, Annex A detailing your product line items, commercial invoice, valid TV retailer license, and letter of authority if applicable. Our permits feature QR codes for easy border verification. For assistance, email us at license@eswatinitv.co.za or call our help desk. Apply before your shipment arrives. Ensure compliance and avoid delays. Remember, all TV sets and decoders entering the Kingdom of Eswatini must have a valid ESTVA import permit. Thank you. Act now.
Welcome back. You are still watching Market View ERS Text Talk, and moving on with this segment, I am joined by officials from the Eswatini Revenue Service, and today we want to talk about the ERS online profile maintenance. And my guest this afternoon are Nduduzo Dlamini, Manager of Marketing and Communications, and Nkosi Mahlalela, who is the Manager Taxpayer Education and Information, both from the ERS. Lady and gent, a very good afternoon to you both, and thank you so much for coming through to the studio. Cebo, I'd like to start with you, please. What is the ERS online profile maintenance, rather?
Thank you so much, Natalie. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon also to our viewers. It's always a pleasure to be in this program and talking tax and explaining everything that matters to our clients in terms of being tax compliant. Today we are bringing online profile maintenance, where we are saying registering or registration, having a TIN at the ERS is not a once-off event. We really wish our clients to embrace the importance of maintaining their profile with us. Saying this is to say registering or having a TIN with the ERS is an ongoing responsibility or an ongoing process, such that if there are any changes in your details, we expect that you update the ERS so that we hold accurate information about yourself, about your business. You might have changed your physical location, you might change your postal address, you might even change your email address. We expect that you update the ERS, and this is very important because it will ensure that we have accurate data. This is not just an internal ambition, or an internal process. It's best practice. We are expected to ensure that we hold accurate taxpayer data, because then that will speak also to compliance. It will also speak to us talking to the right people or the right persons in terms of the confidential information of tax or tax accounts about our clients. So we really would like to encourage our clients to ensure that they update their profile should there be any changes. And just to highlight, Notsile, ERS has now made it easy for our clients. It is now done online. Gone are the days where you would fill in long forms and join queues just so that an official of the ERS would update your profile in the system. Now we've made it easy for our clients. They can now do it online.
Sure. Cebo, thank you for that one. So I'm getting from Cebo that online profile maintenance is done so that the ERS has an accurate and updated database of its clients. But why does this process really matter?
Thanks, Notsila. Good afternoon to you and the viewers. So firstly, at ERS, what we do, we use the profiles for us to be able to communicate with our clients. Should we need to send deadline reminders, should we need to send any updates or changes which we're doing in the system, we use the updated profiles to be able to get those information. So if we don't have the correct email address, correct contact details, it means we won't be able to stay in contact with you in terms of any communication which we do at ERS. And then secondly, this doesn't only stay on the communication part. Let's imagine sometimes we do know that at ERS we sometimes refund our customers. Let's say we don't have the correct banking details. It means now those funds would be sent to the wrong bank account, which will then, this will cause delays for both ERS and our clients as we work with. So it's quite important for us to always keep those profiles updated so that we're able to communicate, we're able to work with our clients as we work with them on a day-to-day basis.
Sure. Nkosi, coming back to you, you've highlighted that the process can be done online. I mean, digitally, it is called online profile maintenance after all. Take us through that and who exactly can make their changes online.
Thank you so much, Notsile. So just to start with, this process can be done now on TaxEase, which is a self-service portal for our clients. And we are saying only the owner of a TIN can make these changes, or a public officer of a company can make the changes. So this also speaks to how safe it is. Only the authorized personnel or individuals can make these changes once they access the profile on TaxEase. So it's very easy. The steps are very simple. Once you log in on TaxEase, you select the team that you want to work on, because we do understand that some practitioners, they are linked to multiple teams at the ERS. So you will select the team that you want to work work on. And then on the dashboard, they know that once you log in, the dashboard is blue. At the bottom of it, there's a click where it says user profile. Everything happens. That's where the magic happens. All, or rather, everything that would like to update and change is found within the user profile. Once you click there, it could be the mobile details, could be email address. It could also, since we've also spoken to public officers, it could also speak to the responsible personnel. If you want to change the individuals that are responsible for the different tax types, that is where you can do the changes. So we encourage our clients to log on to TaxEase, go to user profile. That's where you will update your details to ensure that you don't miss out on the communication that we've already spoke to. Can you imagine that you are calling our clients, there's a workshop, and you don't get that information? And also, since we are in the tax space, it's volatile, it changes now and then. You don't want to miss out on information. So please log into TaxEase as early as today and make those changes, should there be any changes in your profile.
Right, and I take it our clients are actually watching on the screen the visual where there's about 9 steps, and
yes.
I'm sure you can follow the prompts and do what you got to do on the TaxEase platform to do so. Coming to you, what are the common concerns that clients would usually have regarding updating their profiles online?
Okay, thanks. So usually there's 2 concerns which usually we get from our clients on updating their profiles online. Firstly, it's the question of, is it safe? So yes, the portal which we use, TaxEase, is a safe portal. We've been using it for quite some time, and we do trust it. So it is a safe portal. Anything they updates immediately, and it is going to be safe. And then secondly is the risk of who can change and update my profile. So only the nominated public officer or the owner of the tin, if it's a sole trader, will be able to update their profile. Should you have any other people who access the TaxEase portal, they won't be able to have the right. So it's only going to be the public officer or the owner, if it's the owner of a tin, if it's a sole trader. So usually those are the 2 concerns, and we are happy to use those metrics to make sure that we eliminate any risk which are there.
Tax compliance has been simplified through digital platforms. What are the benefits of online profile maintenance?
One of the biggest benefits of online profile maintenance, Notsile, is that it is faster, it ensures faster service, and the changes, they just happen in real time. I just want to encourage our clients, whenever they go into TaxEase to do these changes, ensure that your phone is with you and you have access to your email address, because the system will now and then send you OTPs, just so that to also verify the information that you are inputting, and you're able to just flow with the information. Also, one of the biggest benefits we've already highlighted is the timely communication from the ERS. You will not wait until there's a big program where you now are receiving information from the ERS. You'll always just be up to date, and it's also speaking also to your compliance as well, because if your profile is accurate, it means we'll be talking to the right person. We've already made an example about public officers. Now, imagine if Tebolenkos was a public officer of a certain company X, and I'm no longer a public officer, but the ERS keeps sending information to Tebolenkos. It means confidential or very important information is landing on the wrong hands. So we really would like to encourage our clients to take advantage of this functionality that has now been availed for our clients to update their profile. Could be anything. Ensure that you update it so that we have your correct information whenever we want to reach out to you. You are the right person, and we have the correct information about you as a business or as a general person or a taxpayer.
Before we wrap it up, please take us through the steps again. I know that step 1, you need to be able to log onto the TaxEase platform. What follows there on? I think we're going to have the visual briefly.
Okay, once you log in on TaxEase, you do expect that the system will just pop up a welcome message. We expect that you click OK there, and then you're able to then the system will display all the tins that you are linked to. Please click on the tin that you want to work on. And once you've selected the tin, the system will then take you to a screen where you will see the dashboard. The dashboard is blue. Our clients are used to that. It has the big words that says CSS. Please go down and select profile. Once you click on profile, you then go to user profile. Within the user profile, that's where the magic happens. Sure. That's where you will change whether your postal address, could be mobile details, could be email address, or anything that you wish to update. Please ensure that you click on user profile. That's where you will then follow the steps. As we've already highlighted, the system will also be sending you OTPs now and then, just to ensure that what you're inputting is valid and validated as you are going on with the process.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that one. Be sure to make use of the TaxEase portal to update your information and everything concerning your documentation on that platform. To do so, wrap it up for us, please. What would be your advice to clients with regards to online profile maintenance?
Thanks, Notila. So profile maintenance is a daily thing. As soon as you have information to update, whether it's your email, your contact details, your address, your bank details, just update it immediately. Don't wait, so that you do get the correct information. And then secondly, all this information we're talking about is it is going to be available on our social media platforms. The step-by-step guide we've been seeing here will also be uploaded on YouTube, so our clients will be able to access it. Should they have any information, they can contact us at info@ers.org.nz, or they can also WhatsApp us at 7606-3735. We are happy to assist them.
Well, they can also call via the telephone line, which is 2406 40 50, and also be sure to pay a visit to the Eswatini Revenue Services social media pages on both Facebook, LinkedIn. Do you guys have an Instagram page?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
TikTok,
okay.
we do.
TikTok.
Have.
Oh,
yes.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Okay, that was Nduduzo Dlamini and Gebo Lenkosi Mahlala, and today we were talking about the Eswatini Revenue Service online profile maintenance. Do make use of the TaxEase platform. Again, it is secure, very secure. Otherwise, this is Market View ERS Tax Talk. We're back with economist Anele Sibia after this.
Mswano inkosi akayithathi
bekunene lo msebenzi lesiwenda kunamuhla ube ngumsebenzi lomkhulu lo hamba isikhathi wahamba eMaswatini onke awubuka ngeliso leliqophele ukuthi konke lesikwendako kugcine livela kangwane kulakhele nini bekunene
Mswano inkosi kuthula akayithathi akahambi nayo akayithathi yedenza bakhe
Welcome back. Let's talk markets now with economist Anele Sibia joining us virtually. Mr. Sibia, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. So NVIDIA delivered a strong quarter, and eyes are now on Fed Chair, or the Fed Chair's Jackson Hole speech. What would Wash really have to say that would cause a big move in terms of bonds and stocks as well?
Thank you, Notsile. Good afternoon to you, and also a good afternoon to the viewers. So yes, one of the issues that markets were zoomed in on is firstly that NVIDIA earning, and we saw when it came out that we saw those tech-heavy stocks, beginning to move in the right direction, and then we also have now awaiting the issue to do with the Fed's chair. So what markets are looking for is that direction in terms of interest rates. So we do expect the Feds to continue having a favorable stance towards overall outlook towards inflation, interest rates, and the trajectory. Given that we have a bit of sticky inflation right now, so now that's another point that markets are trying to price in, whether we are looking for yet another hold or we are looking for yet another increase in the interest rate. So with that said, we're seeing the U.S. markets yesterday closing at the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed 113 points down, and the Nasdaq Composite Index closed 21.1 points down, and the S&P 500 closed 1.58 points down. Now, that was before that that report coming through from NVIDIA, and we do expect now as we watch the futures markets, the tech stocks are beginning to lift market sentiment up yet again. And then coming into Europe, what we are seeing why we're seeing weighing heavily in Europe, that is in London and in Paris. It's mostly the inflation, sticky inflation that we're talking about, where we're seeing that consumers in London and Paris and investors alike are taking somewhat of a negative stance towards what is likely going to happen regarding inflation, and as such, we are seeing the FTSE 100 down 52.2 points, and then the CAC 40 in France is down 97 points, and while in Germany we're seeing an upward movement of 58.17 points, given the fact that we've seen a negative 26.1% upward movement in terms of the consumer price index in Germany. So that means there was a bit of a deflation, and now that is a good sign which investors are taking into heart. And then coming into the Asian markets, again, Asia we're seeing closing immediately after the news. The Japanese stock exchange was down there. The Nikkei was down 130.18 points, and then Hang Seng in Hong Kong was also down 87.23 points, while the Shanghai Composite Index is up 44.05 points, taking leave from that NVIDIA news. And then in Johannesburg, we are seeing a relative, basically flatlining at 116,000 in terms of all share volumes. Now, that's largely driven by the fact that we're seeing the miners are continuing to take a hammering in markets, while at the same time we are seeing a bit of this instability in terms of the Middle East and the uncertainty that it brings to markets. In Eswatini, the Eswatini Stock Exchange is stable at 501.77. Gold is still at an all-month high and sitting at $46.29.20 dollars per ounce, and the price of Brent crude oil remains below the 90 mark, sitting at $87.27 dollars per barrel, which is a slight upward movement there as we are watching the evolution of the news coming out of the Middle East. And then overall, given the fact that we are seeing a bit of a pivoting and a bit of strengthening, and we are awaiting that Jackson Hole symposium meeting, that we're seeing the Lilangeni taking a bit of a knock in the markets today, trading at 16.01 against the dollar, trading at 18.64 against the euro, and trading at 9.96 against the Japanese yen. Thank you, Notsile.
Thank you very much, Mr. Spear. That was economist Sanele Sibia coming through with insights on the day's trade. As I sign out, bringing you Market View has been an absolute honor. Thank you so much for your company. Au revoir.